What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. I don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about hurry up October. Walking Dead returns October 2nd for the final 8 episodes of Season 11 of the series. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. Now, as I make this video, it's September 2nd, 2022, so we are about a month out if you go by the date. September 2nd to October 2nd, this Sunday will be 4 weeks out. But like I said, The Walking Dead returns October 2nd. And I'm sure there's going to be people online and on Instagram and Facebook and all the places in YouTube like, when does it return? When does it come back? When's it on Netflix? Well, we know that it's on October 2nd on AMC and AMC Plus. And if you think about it, we are going to the end of a series that really changed television in my eyes. It's a niche market. It's a zombie apocalypse show that really changed how things were done. The cast, the crew, the production value, it's not the first, but it's definitely something that changed my eyes about the zombie apocalypse genre. And just like with anything, some seasons are better than others. Some people hate all the seasons, some people love all the seasons. I still think season 6 is the best, but we finish the fight. So they gotta have some tagline. And I said this before, I don't think it's a great tagline because, is it a huge fight? Is it a huge battle? Is it a huge war? The Walking Dead has had so much build up over the seasons and the series that it hasn't really lived up to it in a lot of parts. But I think this is going to be a good, rewarding 8 episodes, at least I hope. What's going to happen with Hilltop? What's going to happen with Alexandria? What's going to happen with Mercer and the Commonwealth? And like I always say, the show is the show and the comic is the comic, or the comic is the comic and the show is the show. Either way, we're going to have some differences, that's for sure. We can't have some cast members or characters that are still alive on the show that didn't make it in the comics, which is kind of cool, kind of different. I like the differences. We don't need exactly the replica of the comic. I know some people wanted that. I know Gimple, I believe, said he wanted to do that initially. Well, if that was the case, Daryl Dixon would not be around after season 1, which they wanted to kill him off. Daryl Dixon was added for the show, the Dixon Brothers, and I do like that. Daryl is a huge character for the show. He's done so many great things. When in doubt, give it to Daryl, and he's a fan favorite, that's for sure. Another huge fan favorite has always been Carol. Well, not initially, but after she took care of Terminus and did some major moments, she is a huge fan favorite, and she died early on in the comics, that's for sure. Aaron is definitely a different character. I would say he's the same, but he's a different character in the comics and the show, and I hope he survives. And I think they're going to keep a lot of characters around for potential spin-offs. The Rick and Michonne show, the Daryl show, people can help out those shows, have a cameo or be a small part of the show. How about Magna's group? Yumiko, is she going to be Judge Yumiko at the Commonwealth? I think she will. She's probably going to take over for Michonne's story arc, and that's what they got to do, have some twists and turns. Now, remember the days when it was Rick Grimes waking up in the hospital after being shot? And I would love to see the story of how he survived the hospital, or at least the hospital at the start of the zombie apocalypse, and it tails the Walking Dead episode. I think that's what the show needs to be. We don't need new characters. We need tie-ins with previous stuff. It just would work. Just remember season 1, set the tone, set the bar high, and we're going back to the variant cohort walkers. Now, when Frank Darabont was the showrunner in season 1 and half of season 2, he decided to do some things that really were abandoned. The walkers just holding things, climbing things, getting over fences, and just banging with rocks and bricks on doors. Now that's coming back around again. Is it far-fetched? Is it a reach? Is it something that shows love to do? The start, the finish, everything gets a return, or at least some things do, so it's familiar to us, or is it just filling in plot holes? What do you think? I do love the connections with the CDC and Dr. Edwin Jenner in post-credit scenes. Could we see some things happening there, setting up the Daryl show? Now, it's kind of interesting if you think about a zombie show, and then we get stormtroopers. Where is it gone? Where's it coming from? Where has it really been the entire time? I guess it's the military aspect. A lot of zombie apocalypse stuff have a military story aspect, whether it ends that way or starts that way or something. If CRM does not come around at the very end, it's a missed opportunity in my opinion. Who survives? Are we going to get a huge battle? Is it going to be rewarding? Is it going to be an epic final 8 episodes? More shows aren't epic than they are, but will we lose some characters? I think we'll lose a couple characters. Nothing crazy, because I think they want to set up things for possible cameos and other spinoffs. Like, you get a spinoff, you get a spinoff. Alexandria, you get a spinoff. No, I'm just kidding. But Alexandria has been on the show for a long time. Can't wait to see what happens with Lance and the Commonwealth and Alexandria. But if you remember who we've lost, it takes a somber note, because we have seen characters come and go, and there's been a lot of characters in 11 seasons of a show, and that's a long time. That's a huge run. That's a great run for any kind of show. And if you just look at this fan art, it's just awesome to see how many people have been a part of this amazing show. And I know it's not what it was, but it's still great, and it's still rewarding, and hopefully the final 8 episodes live up to that. I can't wait to see how it goes down and who makes it, who doesn't, and how they set up these spinoffs. You know, we're going to have a show ending that's not going to feel like an ending, because we're going to get all these different spinoffs. We need to have connections with CRM and Rick. And again, we're going to have the main cast having their own show. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. I just think CRM is the global glue that connects the Walking Dead universe. The end game to me, I think, has to be a huge battle war with our groups, our shows, Commonwealth versus CRM. If we're not building for that, if we don't meet Major General Beale at some point, if Rick and Michonne don't fight the CRM, what are we doing here, right? It's going to end, but what's the true end game? What's the true finale? What's the true end of this story? Will we get a true ending? Is it just going to be spin-off, continuation, water down the universe? Hey, we need some more stuff for AMC Plus, and hey, we need another thing. What do you got in the tank, Gimple? What do you got, Kirkman? What do you got, Nicotero? What do you got, Galen Hurd? What do you got, guys? We need another thing. It's been a while. Walking Dead still needs to be relevant. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm super excited for the Rick and Michonne episodes more than anything. That story, I think, is going to connect the dots better than probably the last season of The Walking Dead. But what do you think, guys? What are you excited for? Are you excited or sad that The Walking Dead is ending? Let me know in the comments. Either way, guys, stay safe. And we're truly thankful for the love, support for the channel. We can't do it without you. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.